That movie's good. I'm telling you. Go watch it.
What movie?
The one good with Seth Rogen and
Aziz Ansari?
Aziz Ansari. Dude, I'm telling you, it's a good movie.
I don't like that.
No, it's very. You can't say that. You can feel it inside, but don't shout it out. Dude, if you were white, you would be the biggest. You would be a white supremacist. You would be out there just, I hate these black people.
No. No. I say I hate them.
Spears and Steinberg.
You know what the it is?
Aries and Andy. With a jerk.
You know it's time to get this work.
The real raw, gutter, uncut cocaine. No political corrections.
Always sleep.
Fuck being awoke. We discuss politics and jokes.
Scribe, we lit.
There's levels to this. Before you was sucking on your mama's tit.
Aries Spears don't give a fuck.
We talk about race a lot, racism.
Sexism.
Much love to my loyal bag holders.
Rollers, clip loaders.
We got them in the folders.
The whole world on our shoulders.
Spears and Steinberg.
Yeah.
If I'm gonna be it, I'm gonna be it.
No, but what's his face in there? What's his face? He's Keanu Reeves.
Yeah.
The comedy, like being subtle to comedy, he did a really good job, man.
I'm subtle in everything I do. Yeah.
Telling you should at least see it.
I don't like those Indians.
It's
Do you hate him, Keanu? Yeah.
why I know it's not Indians. Why? What would?
No, it's not because he's Indian. I just don't like the squeaky voice. I don't think he's that.
That's better. That's better.
I don't think he's that funny. And he's and listen, this is coming from someone who has been called this on numerous occasions. He's arrogant.
Well, you know, I
A little
love
prickish.
I love the part that he played. I believe it's in Funny People, where he is it Funny People where he goes.
And you know I like Indians because Russell Peters is my boy.
Yeah, well, that's just one.
Well, you
And this-
always should have one friend.
And then there's another one that you don't like. No, but he plays a very. I think it's just part of his character that he comes off that way because he plays the most arrogant, like open mic comic in that movie, where he comes off. He's like, yeah, that's the way you do it, and you know,
Yeah, a little too geeky to be that arrogant.
he's funny though. I disagree with you on
Randy,
dude. That show that he had on, I think it was
Parks
on
and
Netflix.
Recreation?
No, the one on Netflix he had was great.
Yeah.
He just got caught up in some man, and I think that. I think he like I don't know him, so but maybe everybody else is doing whatever they want to do, so I think that he should be out there doing it again.
I'm never gonna say a man shouldn't eat.
No, and I think he wrote this too on top of it.
And produced maybe.
Yeah, it's a good movie. Yeah, I know you're not thrilled with it. I think it's a good movie. You should check it out. It was very funny. It was great. I was on the plane. And I decided to watch it, and I thought it was great.
Just FYI, folks, the main topic of today's conversation is going to be this Netflix movie called War Machine, to which I don't have a lot of notes, but I do think we got a lot of meat on the bone with some of this appetizer conversation I want us to have. Let me get this out the way first. So my agent called me, and Africa is going to be on the books for 2027.
I like it.
We're going to Africa. And then, I got a heavy fan base in Africa. I've been there twice.
Die Hard, man.
Both times, Johannesburg, South Africa. The first time I went the first time I went, it was a show that was put together with me, Godfrey, Earthquake, comedian Will Savant, if I'm saying his name right. And I can't remember who the other person was.
I think it's Sylvain.
The black dude?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Closes out at the store all the time.
Yeah.
Host.
And man, that was a good time. That's where me and Godfrey really first bonded. Because we were in his neck of the woods, even though he's, is he Nigerian? He's Nigerian. We were in Johannesburg, but Africa's Africa, nigga. You know what I mean. The chants and the walla 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 walla. It's Africa. It's all Africa. It's all Lion King. So he cried a little when he got. No, he didn't. I cried a little because I was like, "This is my origin," and then I smelt elephant at a close distance, and I said, "I want to go home." I But it was a beautiful experience. The hotel was grand.
Did you see wild animals?
This is the first time I went on a safari, which I was like, I'm doing this because as I've said many times on this pod, I have a love for animals in that way, exotic animals, and I go see them at the zoo. But to me, zoo feels like slavery for animals because they locked up and they got to entertain for people, and me and the monkeys be looking at each other like, nigga, I wish I could help you. You know what I'm saying? And the monkeys be like, nigga, we wish we could help you. So,
Do you ever go back by the elephant cages just to get the whiff of home?
no. So we did go on a safari, which was awesome. And it was funny because the first time I went and we did the safari, I did the safari twice, but the first time I went, we were in cars. And they tell you, obviously, don't get out your car, don't roll your window down. And that's when I saw 2 lions chewing on what looked like a horse's leg because you could see the hoof attached and they were pulling the skin. And I went, this is the real, this is like the zoo in HD. And that was fun. And then the second time I went.
Not so much for the horse.
No. The second time I went because Comedy Central was doing a festival out there. And Rick was my man. Jeff Ross was there, a bunch of comedians. And I went with my baby mother the second time, and that was awesome. So I think this may be Johannesburg again, or he's saying Kenya. So, yeah, I'm looking forward.
Would you rather go to Kenya because you haven't? Have you been to Kenya?
No, I've only been to Johannesburg.
So would you rather go to Kenya because you haven't been there?
Yeah. Like Kenya, Nigeria, Zimbabwe, any place but where it's crazy. You know what I mean? Like, where's Mogadishu? Where they made the movie Black Hawk Down. That's Somalia, right?
Now, that sounds like a question for
Mark. That's why I was
Yeah,
asking.
it's the capital of Somalia. Come on,
Yeah,
people.
because that was the movie Black Hawk Down. Dude, I had such a good time with Godfrey there, man. Like we was like brothers, man. We was just having fun and talking and joking and you know, it was a great time, man.
Dude, it's one of my favorite people in this.
Yeah.
I have certain people that I haven't necessarily even spent a lot of time with, but that you just feel the energy matches or something. I don't know.
You think you two could handle the flight? It's 24 hours.
Sit next to you should be no problem.
I'm gonna be a first class. Man.
So I'm saying
Fuck
should be no problem.
Yeah. Not fake doing that. Actually, like I said, the first time I flew from LA to Atlanta and then from Atlanta to Africa. So it was actually a little bit longer than that because from Atlanta to Africa, it's like 24 hours. And then LA to Atlanta is like 4.5 hours. So it was a doozy.
So would it be to South Africa or Kenya, or would it be?
It'd be either one or the other. I just don't know when yet. And I told you, man,
South Africa to New York. How long is the flight? I'm checking to see.
You said South Africa to New York. It's always going to be longer on the way back. You meant to say.
Well,
New York
I was
to
thinking.
South Africa.
I was thinking I was going to. Oh, yeah. I guess it would. Why is it longer on the way back?
It's always longer on the way back.
It's the same amount of distance. isn't
It takes 4 hours to get from LA to New York. It takes 5, almost 6 hours to get from New York to LA.
Because of headwinds.
Yeah,
Well, it just said it's 15 and a half to 16 hours.
really.
Yeah, but that doesn't. But the time changes in there.
Yeah.
So that's why it's so long. So let me see how. Let me really check. How much is a first class seat from
Andy,
New
stay in
York
the frame, dude.
to? You just f***ed me up
I know, but you always do that. Stay in the frame.
because we're
It doesn't matter. People need to see you.
okay, but we aren't small guys, and we're sitting in.
And I stay in the frame.
Yeah.
It's called effort.
Yeah. How much is a first class ticket from New York to Johannesburg? Oh,
He said, oh, and oh, how much is it?
$10,000 to over $15,000.
Oh,
But let's see. While business class seats often range between $6,800 and $1,200.
Really? Shit.
I'm taking a boat.
but then you're going to get there in 8 months. Welcome to the USS slavery ship. We'll figure that out.
That's you know what though? It's interesting to know how much that costs. This isn't like that's a lot of money.
It is.
I mean,
How much is a coach ticket?
I mean, it's saying like $900, $1,000.
A coach or what?
Yeah, I did see $1,400 is what I saw.
First class?
No, coach. You said coach.
Oh, so that's what you're looking at, Mark?
Yeah, I just typed in what is from Atlanta to Kenya.
They pack you in though in coaches.
They packed them niggas in 1777 too.
That was coach.
Yeah. Oh. You on timeout. Oh, but don't boom. And dude, I told you that very first time I went, this is what made me feel like a superstar. I really had an Eddie Murphy coming to America moment. Dude, when I tell you that nigga, he treated, oh my God, just the man I met in the restroom. The way that nigga shook my hand, damn near bowed. Oh my God, you don't understand. Well, you are like a king here. You're the greatest comedian. You are the greatest comedian. That nigga lost his. I felt like a king, man.
Dude, you don't do that joke anymore, but I always thought that was funny about how Africans talk with their lead with their face.
Oh yeah. What are you doing? Where are you going to
It's such a simple joke, but the way
But they do it, though.
and it's the way that you do it. The way now it's not
the bulging of the eyes and the pointing of the lips.
No, but it's also the way you yeah.
Come here, you better come here.
But when you do it on stage, I mean, you hit it. It's one of those jokes that just is always going to work, no matter what.
Yeah, man.
But you do it better. Someone else couldn't do it the same way you do it.
I'm a goddamn genius.
No, there is things that you do. I said it on stage this weekend. I said how I thought I was going to New York so I could become a comedian. And then I started working for you, and I had watched working with you, but I watched you.
Yeah.
I watched every show. The first 2 years, I think, at least the first year, I watched every single one of your shows. I'd watch, standing out there and watching. And I said on stage, and that's when I realized, yeah, I'm going to take this gig because there's comedians. And, I'm going to say this honestly, and I mean this. And it's not just you, but yes, there's always, people talk about that it factor with comedians. It's an it thing for television, for other things, but there's a gear that comedians hit. Patrice had that. Yeah. You have that. Bill Burr has that.
Right.
Obviously Chappelle has it, but Chappelle's is on cruise control because it's a different speed that he works at.
Yeah.
But the way that you guys can just take something that someone else could do, but you own it and change it that no one else could do that. So that's what I mean, even when I'm saying that simple little thing, it's just the details that you put into it. Yeah. And that's a different gear. And maybe if I started when I was in my 20s or at least 30s, but no.
There was this Amazonian at the show last night, this blonde chick. I've never seen a woman this girthy and tall, but she was Shaq size.
Full size, though.
And I mean, I really wish she sat in the front, because if she would have got up at any point, I'd have been like, that looked like the motherfucker that killed Apollo Creed. Yeah. If he dies, he dies. And I know the crowd would have fell out because of how big she was.
Dude, but she wasn't fat. She wasn't she was just a
girthy,
big Amazon girl.
Right.
And, but when you saw her, I'm just going to be honest, you're like...
Oh, you thought, that's a dude.
And these are the women I feel the sorriest for right now.
This is how big this was. We took a picture, and she put her elbow up on me like that, and I looked like a little kid getting an autograph from Shaq.
She was
huge.
So tall. She was not allowed to put her hand on your lower back, right?
She could have picked me up and cradled me in one arm, dude. Speaking of which, listen, we're here in Atlanta. I gotta say, man, hold up.
Can I do these? Since it's
Please don't do that, gay. If you a man and I see you do this, I'm gonna bat you in the mouth with my Timberlake.
They do it out here.
They do it out here. Ain't no real men doing that. That's this.
It comes from poetry and like that.
No, poetry is the snaps.
Yeah, but then they got quieter.
This is new. This is brand new. I don't know what the that is. That's to the people that can't see, that listen to the pod. That's when you take your pointer finger and your thumb and you make it clap. That's so homosexual.
That seems like it would have been good for golf.
for who?
Well, you know, you ever heard of golf claps? They go like this.
Yeah.
So what
Do the clap. Don't do this shit. Yo, Atlanta, I'm proud of y'all, man. I'm proud. Y'all have put the resurgence back in me for Atlanta. This club is one of the top. Like, it ain't top 5, but it's 6. It's the 6th man off the bench. It's Tony Kukoc. Like, because remember, I didn't come to Atlanta because between the Comedy Theater, I think it's called Comedy Act Theater, but the Comedy Theater, and I can't remember the one place, it probably ain't even around no more, where they would take out the keys and jingle if you weren't good. I said Atlanta, dude. Because this is one of them, first of all, again, not big on the South to perform. I like Nashville Zanies. I love Charlotte, even though I always say Charlotte to me feels more metropolitan and East Coast. Charlotte is dope.
Huntsville's been good.
We did Huntsville was the first time we did it. It was great,
Really good.
That second time,
For whatever reason, though, we didn't hit. I think we were in a bad weekend.
yeah. But all that being said, I was like, man, I ain't with Atlanta. But this club, Helium and Alpharetta, and I don't know if it's because, I think it's because Alpharetta's 30 minutes outside of Atlanta.
On a good day.
Yeah. Performing in Atlanta, the city itself, has never been a good experience for me.
Did you ever do the punchline, though, here?
Yes, once.
And how'd you like that?
That was good. But like this, Alpharetta, diverse. Heavily diverse. And I'm just going, well, wait a minute. Are these different black people in Alpharetta than the black people in Atlanta? And I'm going, it seems different, but a lot of the people from Atlanta drive up here.
Yeah.
So I'm going, what is the difference? Why when I perform in Atlanta for all niggas, it's a tough show. But here in Alpharetta, it's a breeze.
Because you're relaxed after that 45-minute drive to get here.
I don't know. I don't know what the real answer is, but there's a difference. There is a difference. Here, they almost respond with the energy of a DC, a Philly, and Ontario. And it's black people, white people, Hispanics.
It's still mainly black people, though.
Mainly, but it's a good mix, though. Like,
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I like this club, but I think it also has a lot to do with Helium. Helium tries to develop a comedy culture in every city that they go to.
Well, then put one in Mississippi and let's really put it to the test. Put a Helium in Cleveland and put it to the test.
I remember the first time we did Indianapolis Helium, and the first time we did it, it was all right, but it wasn't like I was like dying to come back. And
I'm not amazingly in love with that.
No, but the time we came back afterwards, 1 year later, it was a much better club. And yeah, it's still developing its comedy culture, but I mean, they work hard at developing a comedy culture. Helium kind of gets it.
So we got a Helium in Philly, Buffalo, Portland, Atlanta, and Indianapolis. What's your favorite?
Oh, Philly.
Yeah, hands down. Second favorite.
It's between Buffalo and here.
Ooh, because Buffalo's good.
Buffalo's good, but the thing...
I say here. Because when you were on stage last night, and since you've been here, and me, there was one point where you were wrapping up, and when I say, there's one thing where you could hear the laughs, when you feel them.
Yeah.
It's like a bolt of energy, and you could feel it. And when you were on stage and I was on stage, there were times they would laugh with a roar like where you felt it. And then you got several applause breaks on shit you said. When you put them two together, yeah, Philly, Atlanta, Buffalo, what'd I say? St. Louis.
St. Louis.
And where was the other one? St. Louis, and just said...
Well, they have Charlie Goodnights.
I don't
Or
count that
Good
one.
Nights, sorry.
No, I
they don't
count
have
that
it.
one.
Okay.
So Portland.
Portland.
So wait. Hold on. So Atlanta, Philly, Buffalo, Portland, St. Louis. Is there one more, or did I forget?
I think there's another one. I'm trying to remember where it is.
No, I think that's it.
Is it? But they
So
have
for
some
me,
really close.
Philly, Atlanta, Buffalo. You put Portland over St. Louis?
Yes.
Indianapolis.
Yes.
Oh,
I put,
Indianapolis. So there's 6 of them. Ooh.
I put Portland over. I'd probably go. And Portland's rough. I love Portland. It's the hotel we're staying at is really nice.
In Portland?
Yeah, that new one. Not the one they had us at before, but the new one is great. The club is cool. The people that come out are really cool. And it's. I always think that I'm not going to do well because I don't fit the Portland mold.
Yeah.
But we both kill it in there. So I would say, dude, it's tough for me. But Buffalo, this is why I like Helium so much. Buffalo, Portland, and Alpharetta here, the Atlanta club.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at it. When those come up on my dates, I'm equally as thrilled to go to either one of those cities. You know what I mean? But Philly stands out a little bit for a couple reasons. One, it's the original. Two, I can take the train to get there, so it's only like an hour away, and I'm in Philly. And I love Philly.
It's Philly.
Yeah.
Cheesesteaks. It's the energy. It's Philly. It's East Coast. So for me, again, Philly, Atlanta, I have to go Buffalo third. I put St. Louis over Portland. Portland, you know what? No, let me take that back. Portland, St. Louis, Indianapolis last.
Yeah, I'd probably go around. Indianapolis and St. Louis are interchangeable to me, but I'd probably go St. Louis when the crowd is, for me, when the crowd's right.
Right, they're right.
It's right.
Yeah.
But that's where I think me and you on Philly and where was the third? The other one that you were
Buffalo. Philly.
The other, I think that crowd is an easier crowd for me than the other crowd that you named as number
Right.
3. It's just for whatever reason, that crowd just kind of works for me.
Like Indianapolis, I'm gonna be honest, I like the nightlife more than I do the club.
Last time we were there,
Where it is, the nightlife, the Indiana Pacers arena is there, where the Colts played, and that arena's damn near next door.
Yeah.
And St. Elmo's, the steakhouse, which I'm mad at this pussy ass ankle sock wearing nigga, because this is the second time he's not coming to Indianapolis, and I want you to come to Indianapolis.
Why is it always Indianapolis? Just coincidence?
And what is it you have to do?
It's my buddy's wedding, bro.
So you got to go be at the wedding?
I've been to all my friends from college, their wedding. It's like
Maybe there's a prima nocta thing that he's getting in on.
No, well, he might be the dude. Dude, I want you to try St. Elmo's Steakhouse, man. The shrimp and the cocktail sauce will blow the back of your brains out.
I would like to, I want to see that one, and don't tell him. Just he does.
Oh, just get the reaction.
Yeah, just let him go in.
You like spicy?
yeah.
Well, nigga, you do cocaine, so that ain't nothing cocktail sauce.
Yeah. He doesn't keep it on him. Any officers of the law that might be listening to this podcast.
Yeah.
I don't do.
He doesn't travel with it.
Like that.
It's only if he can find it when he's in the city, when it's handed to him.
Okay. Dude, I wanna talk about this little controversial moment. 2 things musically. One, there's this white rapper who goes by the name of Donald. His tag on Instagram is basically Donald Trump's nephew, 47. And he has a song where he talks about saying nigga. And he got this look with the beard. He looked like he put on a costume to be black. But in the song, he's saying, I can call myself a nigga. I'm a white nigga. I could say the word nigga. Can't nobody tell me not to say nigga. And of course, Godfrey commented about it. This one black dude who's actually watching the clip commented about it. And then, Anthony, I'm going to send you both this clip and the Justin Timberlake thing for you to play. But yeah, I want to show this real quick and let Andy get Andy's take on this.
Colors that I claim, nigga. They tell me, bro, you can't say nigga if you white, nigga. I tell them word. I say any word I like, nigga. Fuck what you heard, bitch. I hustle my whole life, nigga. I'm a different type, nigga. Guess I'm just a white nigga. But they tell me, bro, you can't say nigga if you white, nigga. I tell them word. I say any word I like, nigga. Fuck what you heard, bitch. I hustle my whole life, nigga. I'm a different type, nigga. Guess I'm just a white nigga. But they tell me.
And so the black dude in this clip who's watching that clip goes on to basically say what I said. And he was like, so this is what we doing now? Like, this is what we doing? And part of my point in that clip, and the dude responded to me, the guy saying nigga, and then I responded to him. And you know, one of the points I made was I went, Eminem, who's regarded as one of the greatest MCs in rap, certainly the greatest white rapper to ever rap, has never said it. Vanilla Ice never said it, even though he's the butt of jokes now, or was at that point.
You know what? You can make fun of Vanilla Ice. I'm just going to throw this in real quick. But that's one song. The hook, the way that the song, you could say
You speaking to this point?
No. Vanilla Ice, because people do give him and rip whatever Van Winkle, whatever his name, all the that everybody makes fun of. Yeah, but that one song, that hook, the way that it goes, that song,
that bang.
Every time it comes on, I don't care who you are, you're gonna go. You're gonna
that bang.
Yeah, okay. Keep going.
My man from third base never said it.
MC Serch,
the Beastie Boys never said it. So if they don't say it out of respect, why are you saying that? And you could speak to that because I want to pull up his response to me.
Okay, well, one, listen, this has nothing to do with his wording or anything, but that his beard looks like it's choking him out. Am I wrong about that?
It looks ridiculous. That looks ridiculous on a black dude.
But
it just looks ridiculous.
But it looks like it's choking him. It doesn't look like he's wearing it. It's definitely wearing him.
Right.
I'll say this. This is how I can't tell him how to rap. I'm not gonna do that. If that's his group and the people around him are good with it, what am I gonna say? You can't. What I will say is he's one of the reasons people like that thought process or this direction we're going. It's one of the reasons why I dropped the joke that you tell me it's a good joke, and you're gonna go, hey, but it co-signs all this.
No. It's a joke. It lives in make-believe. And even if it is based on some real shit that happened to you, you are entertaining, telling a joke.
And I'm doing it for a black room, which is different than trying to go to white people and go, hey, this is... I'm not saying that about him, about the rapper. I'm just saying I'm not hiding it.
And based on the context of the joke, you were a kid caught up in a moment that didn't know any better.
And I was being called.
So there's contextually, there's a whole lot there that allows that.
But what I did see when people took offense, they never got the context because they...
But some people are just going to be offended for the general principle of it.
But then I've also heard and talked to people, and I'll tell you this. This is what sticks in my head. I didn't write I wrote the joke, and it's all my joke. But I would ask some of the black comedians that I came up with, what do you other young guys that came up in the same comedy scene that I did. What do you think? What is this? Am I going too far? Is this going to be a problem? And everybody, we all talked about it, and we all said what the problems what it was. But everybody agreed, like you're saying, it's a joke, it's funny. But then I'm standing there and I'm talking to these guys, and this girl comes up to me, and she says it because she comes up to me around these guys, and she goes, "What's up, mine?"
White girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we just, I just waved her off. I was like, nah, we're not having this conversation. And she left, and then the guys goes, but that's always going to be the problem. Because it isn't, people don't always get the context, people don't always understand it, people don't always understand. You just don't go out on the street and yell this.
Listen, that's like sometimes when I'm on stage and, we having such a good time between me and the audience, and then one guy I might be talking to that either heckles or I just with him or whatever. Somebody else in the audience might jump in on the action. And you've heard me say, whoa, you're a regular civilian.
Yeah.
I'm a professional. This is my job. Don't fall back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, as a comedian, you got the mic. You the pilot. You're in charge of the plane. We don't need niggas coming from coach knocking on the door telling me, hey, let me have a stab at the wheel. No, nigga, I'm the pilot. So he responded back, and he says to me, I'm nothing, and his tag is Donald's nephew 47. He's a huge MAGA fan.
And that's the other part of this.
Well, I'm gonna get to that. And he's so much so that, like, the costume, the black costume he's wearing, of 100 chains, blingy jewelry, the diamond grills. He's got a big medallion that's basically Trump's head with the MAGA hat on and red diamonds. And you hold a chain and it's Trump. So he says, I'm nothing like the white boys you name. Then white boys like you name ain't never really been around street dudes. And I can bet that none of the white boys you name a big enough boss to kick it with the president of our country, because he got a picture with Trump. And also go do songs with Lil Durk on Scooter on Rick Ross. To which I said, first of all, the president of our country has displayed on numerous occasions how he feels about black people. And because you're not black, you clearly don't sympathize with that. And secondly, if you were truly much the N-word that you claim you are, then you would know enough about our internal pain and history to know that it's not respectful for you to do that. Eminem is regarded as one of the greatest MCs and surely white one to exist, and he won't say it out of respect. If you really feel that strongly about it, go to neighborhoods and ghettos that aren't familiar with who you are, take off the black costume, the extra over-the-top jewelry, the faded haircut, the tattoos, the energy, the swag, and say it to black Muslims and revolutionaries, and see what the outcome would be. See if you could go into a public space with an armed weapon and white aggression against the police and see if their first instinct is to shoot you. You wear this facade while at the same time wearing the protection of what your pigmentation gives you. It's not the same. So all that I'm a white nigga, I grew up around niggas. Again, take all that shit off. And where the cops can clearly see you white, because they might mistake you for a light-skinned nigga. So be real white and see what advantages you might have against the police. And again, if nothing else, when white boys who grow up around black people in the hood go, well, this is my environment, this is how I grew up, that's all fine. But there's a respect factor. And if you respect the culture so much so that you want to act like you're a part of it, then act like the part that knows how offensive that is. Act like the part that knows there's a history of pain and trauma behind that word. And let me say this last thing, and I hate when black people say this. We call ourselves that. So if we call ourselves that, how could we expect white people to not call us that? Again, I'm going to quote Patrice. If black people haven't earned anything, we've earned the right to language. We haven't gotten the 40 acres and a mule we were supposed to get. We ain't got reparations, even though other races have. So we have earned the right to say what the fuck we want. We should be able to take our pain, our trauma, our lemons and turn it into lemonade. Or take our lemons and turn it into vodka. Don't worry about what's going on in black people's locker room. This is our locker room. Mind your business. I hate when black people say that. We have earned the right to say what the we want to say. All right.
I have things to say in there, but I don't.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, because I don't want to, because it's going to change the conversation. I don't want to change the conversation.
You mean you got some
What
things
you
that go-
gotta say?
No, I think you got some things that go against some of what I'm saying.
Yeah, well, no, not against, but I don't think that you, when you say those things, I don't think that you have the whole.
What am I
It's a
missing?
catchy song though, too. By the way,
And then the song will catch him some strays.
Because I agree with you on what you're saying. So
But
there's no
what's
way.
the but? But what's the but?
the butt, Andy.
The but is you can't when you
Say
when
it.
you say things. I'm trying to, but there's somebody in the background that keeps saying. The context of what you didn't get or what has been had to you when you say 40 acres and the mule was never guaranteed. Number one, that's part of the myth of a quote that gets catchy, that gets part of the mainstream, that's part of culture that wasn't ever there.
Good point to dwell on. Andy.
No, because it goes. There's more to go on to this. Because see, these are the kind of guys that hear these things. This one right here, and thinks that he knows.
This one,
Yeah.
This one.
A lot of part of the reparations were given, and then they were taken back.
Oh, well, that's even better.
Yeah, because what happened is, and I'm just going to say this, and I'm going to get him all fired up, and that's what I didn't want to do with this. The Democratic Party put in Jim Crow laws, and then went after their land that was taken away from them, and he's going to look it up, and then he can verify it. They pulled that property back. So, and that's another part. Also building the Ku Klux Klan than was to push the Black Party back down. So there's a lot of things that happen, but I don't want to really get into this because I really would like to have a conversation on the podcast about this.
We don't have to.
And I really think that the idea that there was a party switch is the same exact thing as saying Uncle Tom.
Okay. But we do know that the Uncle Tom thing has been debunked in terms of that being an insult to black people.
But still to this day, black people think that that's true.
Yeah.
Just like I believe the code switch, the switch on party switch is also something that needs to be debunked as well.
What's that? What are we talking about here? I just thought we were talking about the word saying it.
Yeah, we were, and then but I wasn't. No, that wasn't what I said. I brought up what he said about reparations and those things, and there's some more to that. So that's what I was adding to it.
I would have taken 40 acres and a parrot. I feel like that would have been better than a mule.
Well, the mule was never guaranteed. The mule was lent by the government. You can look all this up.
So people, did they get the 40 acres?
They got the 40 acres.
Really?
And then it was taken back by the Democratic Party.
Where?
And look it up. I'm not going to do your research for you while you're here. You can look it up.
You're the expert.
No, I'm telling. Look it up.
So, where did they each individual slave?
No.
Acres?
No. That's not what I'm saying. That was the process that was given. Lincoln was killed. They went back. The process was still going forward, and then they pulled it back because you know that the vice president, who was Lincoln's vice president?
We got to slide off this.
See, that's why I didn't want to do this.
I know. We got to slide
because
off
it's like I feel like I'm doing remedial education for somebody sitting across from me.
So this second clip, it's still on music. So I saw this on Instagram, and this is the actual footage of Justin Timberlake getting arrested for the DUI. And there's a couple things I want to unpack on this, but first I want you to see this clip.
You're keep veering off to the left, and then you're not stopping at the stop signs.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Is this your vehicle? Whose vehicle is it?
It's just a rental.
It's a rental? Okay. Do you have any registration with it? Do you know if they can put it in the glove box?
Let me check.
What are you visiting?
Yeah, I'm on tour.
What are you doing?
I'm on a world tour.
A what?
A world tour.
Doing what?
Hard to explain. A world tour. I'm Justin Timberlake.
What's your name?
Justin Timberlake.
You are Justin Timberlake?
Yeah.
Do you have a license with you?
Yeah, I do.
And then you're gonna put your right foot in front of your left, stay just like that. Okay? You're gonna be heel to toe like this. Heel to toe.
1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, 4 1,000, 5 1,000.
All right, that's all good. All right.
By the way, these are like really hard tests.
So the way this device works, you just put your lips over it and you blow into it like you're blowing a balloon. No?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. All right. At this point, based on the observations, you're under the arrest for suspicion of driving while intoxicated.
There has to be a moment of talking.
No. Not anymore.
Please help me.
Not anymore.
Hold on.
Okay. So
Hold on.
this is the registration of the vehicle. Just make sure it stays with the vehicle, okay?
I have his phone.
Yeah. Yep.
Can you guys please just do me a favor because you love to bye or
I'm
like
happy.
sexy back?
I'm
Like,
happy.
do me one favor. Let me ask him if he wants me to give him his phone.
Yeah. I mean,
This is
it's-
insane.
So it's not going to be a long thing. I'll let you walk up.
So basically, that's the footage, and he, of course, got arrested. I wanted to ask you, number one, if you're Justin Timberlake and you know you're going out to have a good time, why wouldn't you have a driver?
See, this is the thing that I don't understand. And you definitely can have an Uber.
Right.
You could definitely look at someone in the place and say, "Can you call me an Uber?" And here's $100. Here's $1,000. Can you call me an Uber, even if you don't have the app because you
Right.
probably don't use it? Can you call me an Uber and I will and just send it to my hotel?
And I'm like, you're Justin Timberlake. You going out by yourself? You're not going out with friends who could either drive you or get you an Uber?
this is all the weird part of it. But here's the other part of it. See, this is the difference between like that kind of celebrity and comedians. Because I know if someone would have pulled me over and I was famous, and he would have said, "What are you doing?" I was trying to put sexy back. And then what happened is, I was drinking, right? And then the sexy got away from me. I was driving down the road. You got me. What are we gonna do?
Right.
What are we gonna do?
You know,
Why would you try at that point?
and you know, when I first saw that clip, I knew immediately he was drunk. You could see the glaze in his eyes, but then what gave it away? The guy's going world tour. What do you mean? Oh, like it's complicated.
It's hard to explain.
I'm on a world. Just say you Justin Timberlake.
He did. He finally said it.
But do you think the cop was with him? You think that cop didn't know who that was?
I think that the cop wasn't sure and didn't want to ask. And then when he said he jumped, he goes, "You're really Justin," because he just goes, "You're really Justin Timberlake." I think he thought it was, but wasn't sure.
Right.
And then because he's probably thinking the same thing. This dude, if it's Justin Timberlake, he has enough money, he has enough sense, he has enough people that there's no way that he's getting in this car. Now, we don't know what happened. Maybe he was there. Maybe there was someone that was supposed to drive. Maybe there was a fight, an argument took place. Who knows what took place? We all have other things that go on around us, so we can be judgy if we want to. I don't know what happened. I wouldn't get in that situation. I would have figured out another way. But I'm saying that, but I wasn't in his situation. But I would have at least, when you get pulled over and you know that you've been drinking, Mark, let's go to Mark on this one. When you're pulled over and you know that you've been drinking, I go, do you try? I mean, once you know that you lost the battle, like if you know, like, okay, you did the thing.
You can't get out of this.
You know they got you.
Yeah.
Do you just try to make it better, or do you just keep trying to go with it?
He sucks the cop's dick.
I know. I'm asking. You were in this situation, and we've talked about it.
I still didn't get off, but he did.
You did. But my question is, at what point did you go, I'm right away, in the middle of it, when you're taking a test?
When they go, blow into this, and you go, no. And they're like,
yeah. Because then he goes,
well, that's what he did.
Yeah, he goes, well, these tests are hard.
But then when they told him to blow into the thing, he went, nah.
Yeah.
So but before then, you already know when you can't complete the test, when you can't hold your leg up for 5 seconds or whatever the thing that they do.
Yeah, but if you can't do that, then you really shouldn't be like driving.
You shouldn't be. I understand.
When I got DUI, I was able to
do all the tests.
But when they look in your eyes and your eyes do certain things, if you have alcohol in your system, that's when.
Did you ever see the one where the guy's dancing? The guy she goes, do this, and he goes, no, how about doing this? And then he does this whole dance. He goes, and he named the moves, and he does the whole dance. He's in like boots. He's like a country dude.
Are you talking about Reno 911?
Is that a Reno 911 bit? I don't know.
So.
Listen, if you can do a river dance, then you've passed the test.
And then he goes something where he goes, I'm up, and she goes, okay, got you. Is that Reno 911? I just thought that was the funniest thing ever. That to me is funny.
Dude, try this on for size. While you have to endure the embarrassment of being arrested as Justin Timberlake, and the whole thing, body cam, it's going to come out online, people are going to know. That feels like a gift compared to, what if he killed someone?
Yeah, well,
what if he got behind the wheel and killed like a mother with kids and left behind kids and a father, and you go, now I'm Justin Timberlake and I'm known for a drunk driving accident that took a mom's life.
But what he's thinking is he's just going to get in the car and go home. I mean, he's going to wake up the next day and everything.
That's what they all thought before they killed someone. Yeah. Can you imagine him having to go to court and look at the family of the deceased mom in the face? The song Bye 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 takes a different meaning.
Real big difference.
Your mother didn't have to die. That is no lie. Now she's bye, bye, bye.
But if you get a DUI, you're like, oh, this is going to be expensive. This could be bad for my job, all these things. But if you're Justin Timberlake, like, why do you, because he was probably kind of like in shock, a little bit about it. But it's like, who cares? Like you said, you caught me, whatever. Yes, it's going to have to go down to the station now, but like, there's literally nothing. It doesn't matter if I have a DUI. I'm Justin Timberlake. I've already beat life.
Well, but the thing is, I think when he's going, what do you do? And that's when he starts thinking, oh my God, now this is going to go on the news and I'm going to be all these things and I'm going to do that.
But the fact that he's asking you what a world tour is and you're hesitating, you just showing more signs of drunkenness.
Yeah, I agree, but how long ago did this happen? That was a long time ago, wasn't it?
No, this is rather recent.
Well, I don't know what to say.
Now Computer Boy wants to go to work.
I think he's, it's Justin Timberlake. He should have just been like, you got me.
Yeah.
2024.
Yeah, it's 2 years.
Oh, that was 2 years ago?
Mm-hmm.
And he's only been, this is once? Couldn't be twice, because that would really be news. I thought he was recently.
No.
2020. Yeah, so that must have just been the body cam footage.
It was released.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We make mistakes. I know that that's not a good mistake to make. That's a mistake that you have to think of. Honestly, I'm not on anyone. You have to make that mistake in your head before. It's the one thing I know I couldn't live with is if I did injure someone because I was drinking. If I got in a car accident because I get in a car accident and hurt somebody, I'm going to feel bad enough as it is. If it's a car accident that is caused because I was I was drunk and I was driving, then I'm going to be. I don't know how I live with that in my head. And I made that I've had that conversation with myself
Right.
because I worked in the bar. I worked in the bar. We were drinking every night, and either my girl would pick me up, or we'd get a ride, or we'd call an Uber. We didn't drink afterwards because it also f***ed you up at work though too. I mean, I'm not trying to say minimize the thought process that I had before that, but yeah, you don't want to get f***ed up and have to go through all those problems. And
Don't drink and drive. It's not worth it.
It's the main message. Even if you're Justin Timberlake or on that status, you gotta.
Dude, there's a lot of people who get lots of DUIs.
Well, Barkley got a DUI, didn't in Phoenix.
Yeah, but I mean, like, when I went to jail for 48 hours, like, there's people that even have like work release, and every day they leave the jail to go to work, and then they have to come back to the jail. But like to be there for months in jail means you're like on your like third, fourth, fifth DUI. People get a lot of DUIs.
Don't they suspend your license permanently after a certain point?
Not permanently. They can't do anything permanently. Almost.
I don't know. I don't know what it is, but it's crazy.
I know two comedians in our circle, both had to go to prison.
Damn, they hurt somebody.
This is talking about David.
No, I'm not saying anybody's name. First of all, number one.
One of them Jewish.
I'm not saying anything
This
about.
Just pulls niggas out the witness protection
Yeah,
program.
he does. But I know too in just our community, but our community is involved around bars. That's where we do comedy at. We do open mics. We were doing that, and these guys got pulled over. And, I'm not making an excuse for anybody, but in Scottsdale, man, as soon as you pull out of the parking lot, there's cops there waiting for you.
I once had like one beer, and I don't even know if it would have been in my system, but yeah, I just pulled out of a parking lot and right away, and I was doing the field sobriety test. I think my brother was watching. He was there, and I passed it. And people were clapping. I was like, yeah.
But aside from that, you just but when you're on your fifth one or sixth one, or you've gotten it's multiples. Yeah, you got to ask some other questions.
I don't know if I mentioned this on the pod. I probably did. But since we're talking about when you mentioned Barkley getting DUI, of course, you remember the famous incident he threw the guy out the bar window?
Yeah.
Did I ever tell you what he said to the judge in court? So he threw the guy out the window, and the judge goes, "Mr. Barkley, do you have any regrets?" And this is why Barkley is a national treasure. He goes, "Yeah, I regret we weren't on the 7th floor."
Barkley's great, and I think I think he learned a lesson. He did get a DUI, right? I'm not putting that on him. It sucks. It sucks, especially, and I don't know his situation, but I know like big guys that have gotten DUIs and they don't think they're drunk,
right?
Because their system is big and they metabolize that and they're still functioning well, but then they get in a car and those minor moves can fuck them up.
And this again, when Barkley actually tells the story of what happened, and I saw him do this on, I think it was open court. He goes, so he threw the guy out the window because the guy poured a drink on him on purpose. And he said, Barkley goes, and the crazy part is there was a real cop in the club. And he saw the dude pour the drink on me, and he said, and he saw I was getting ready to react. He said, Charles, let me handle it. I saw him. Let us handle it. And I said, F that, and I handled it. So the cops was going to arrest the guy. And told Charles, don't do it. We got him. And Charles said, F that.
Dude, I told you, not that this has anything to do with drinking, but when I saw Tyson at the bar and people were like, dudes have
They're
to
the worst.
say some
They're
shit.
worse than women.
Because dudes get that thing where like this guy,
There's my hero.
well, not one, there's your hero, but two, those other dudes, the guys that are like, you're the alpha male, and now you have someone that comes into the room that you know is bad.
Yeah.
And instead of being...
He's the alpha maliest of the alpha males.
But what happens is a lot of alpha males, instead of just going, that's the dude, they go, I don't see it.
Who's thinking that about Tyson?
I've heard dudes talk.
That's crazy.
I saw Tyson turn around and just give a look.
And listen, I'm telling you from a person who has seen that look in the flesh. What they always say, man, what you see on TV versus in person is a difference. You could feel the aura, the intensity. And when I went to Vegas to go do Mike Tyson's podcast, that never happened. But when he walked in the room and I went, hey, Mike, I just want to say, and that nigga look at you without smiling, it's like looking at a lion. You could feel where if you up, you're getting mauled.
I think that if you, anytime in a business setting or just out in the world that like a group of people know that they're going to have to deal with Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
And let's say he has a reservation to come into your restaurant. He's going to eat at whatever time. I think you got to get the whole staff together and you got to play him the part where he talks about his daughter.
Yeah.
And then he looks at the reporter and goes, you got to go.
You understand that, right?
They should play that for him and go, I want you to understand.
Dude, let me tell you, when Mike looked at me, that was scary. I could only imagine that moment. Mike, how did you handle your daughter dying? I had to get high. I had to get high. I did a lot of coke. I had to get high. You gotta go. you understand that? Oh man. And the terrifying part about that moment is the space in between I gotta get high and you gotta go. It was just a dead silence of Mike just standing, dude. You gotta go. And then he whispered it.
Yeah.
Shit.
I think if you watch that and you know that you're dealing with Mike, that gives you the inkling of how you're supposed to approach the evening.
Cautiously.
Respectfully and cautiously.
And to be honest, skip respectful and cautious and go to home. An accident can't occur if you're not on the scene. Let's really play it safe and get the up out of there. Yo, let me tell you, man, and the funniest thing is sometimes when you make these celebrities laugh unexpectedly, and I've seen so many clips of Michael Jordan in public, and people are screaming, "GOAT, you the GOAT, Mike, you the man," and he never really pays it any mind. But he was someplace overseas, and just a group of guys kept following him, going, "Bah, bah," making goat noises, and he just chuckled. It was like, okay, I got it.
That's funny.
Yeah. Do we have time to talk about this War Machine? We got 8 minutes.
Yeah, we're going to have to get it in.
Yeah, because I don't really have a whole lot of notes. So this movie on Netflix, War Machine, and dude, you know, one of my first notes, and I always talk about a bond and a brotherhood because, you know, I never really had that coming up, which is why I you know, appreciate this comedy thing we do. But I always felt like if I didn't have to deal with the dark part of war and being in the service, I would like to have done that. But between the blood and the bombs and the bullets and the chance of being killed or mutilated, it ain't for me, man. That ain't for me.
And there's a little bit of mutilation in this. In the movie.
Yeah, there was some times I turned my
I knew you were going to do
cracking,
that. That's what I wanted.
Bones. And you know, they didn't really explain it until the end of the movie. But I'm like, what is this, a alien spaceship? Is there an alien in the ship? What the is this about? They come up on this spacecraft, which they, again, at the very end of the movie, they basically explain it. But they come up against this alien spacecraft that is just like the Terminator times a million.
But they don't have any inkling they think it's what they're supposed to be finding.
Right.
And it's benign. It's not anything that they have to worry about. It's part of what the
mission
was that they were supposed to be doing, which was it was a controlled mission.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I know you don't have a lot of notes on it, but did you like the movie?
It's man food criteria.
It's a good watch. That's what I'm going to say. It's a good watch. There's no Academy Awards in this movie.
No, not at
There's no People's Choice Awards.
Right.
There's no awards in this movie. It's a good story. I mean, it captured me for the amount of time that I was watching it. But I want to say that first of all. But if you just want to watch, like you said, a man food movie that has a little. And it's a dude movie. It's a dude movie where a dude goes, you know, you could feel it. You can feel it.
Yeah.
And if you need that movie, if you're a dude and this needs a movie and you need that brotherly love feel, this is the movie for you.
Yeah. You know, often you see and hear women say on Instagram and TikTok about how they don't need men. Women don't need a man. And I wish I had it. I wish I had the clip, but I saw the clip before I watched this, where basically it was breaking down some of the most rigorous and hardest jobs that exist in the world that men do, and jobs that women benefit from. But I wrote in my note, when you look at the rigorous regiments that they have to go through, dudes in the service, Marines or whatever, just to make it in the service, that shit is crazy. On Instagram clips, women, I saw one collage on an Instagram clip of women doing around the house chores, shit that required tools, use of their hands, carrying heavy objects, walking on ladders, and they were getting up. I mean, falling off the ladders, just getting up. And I said, includes building physical labor, ladders and tools, and them getting up. Can they do it? Yes. Do they really want to? No. No more so than, can a man cook and clean? Yes. And I know some men do. You the same niggas that do this.
No. But when you say cook, though, some of the best chefs in the world.
I know. But I'm just saying, like, as far as domesticated shit, men can do it. Do we want to? Do we want to do the laundry? Do we want to cook and clean? And most of the dangerous and toughest jobs, oil riggers, coal miners, electricians, construction worker jobs, jobs at sea. And yet women say they don't need men. Most of the shit that women benefit from come from men doing that work. You absolutely need us. You absolutely need us. And again, to some that will go chauvinistic, I just think that biologically, there's some chemical formula that between men and women internally where it's a man's instinct to do the heavy lifting, to build, to use tools. That's why Tim Allen in Home Improvement with the tool belt. It's man. It's caveman. It's man. I think it's women are better nurturers. Get your ass in that kitchen. That's what y'all do. It's the chemicals inside you. Cook, clean, serve your man, bring him a hot plate. You know what I'm saying? Why do we fight that?
See, I'm not as Neanderthal as you on this. I do think that there is areas that we can work and adapt together to make a beautiful relationship.
I'm not saying you shouldn't work and adapt together from time to time.
Yeah. But
like my T-shirt, I'm not going to bring home the bacon and fry it.
But that's part of your deal, and you admit that openly. If you're with you, you're not going to make them do that work.
No, I'm going to pay the bills. I'm going to make sure your hair and nails get done. You know, I'm going to make sure you're purty. I'm gonna get you the Louis Vuitton bag and the Gucci shoes and the Christian Louis Vuitton red bottoms and the Cartier jewelry. But bitch, you know what I mean?
It comes with expectations.
The beer gotta be cold. The dick gotta be sucked. You know what I'm saying? Get in the kitchen.
It comes with those expectations.
So if something breaks in your house, you got tools in your garage and you're gonna go fix it?
I got Jorge and Juanez.
So you're gonna hire somebody.
Mexicans, nigga. Mexicans, nigga.
So not all men do the manly.
When you got money and you could afford to not do what you want to do, that's the privilege.
Okay.
I'm not breaking a sweat.
I
I break my sweat on doing this.
see. There's a middle ground in there for me because the thing is, I could probably fix the dryer. Like I had a dryer. I pulled it off the top. I fixed it. Put the new panel back on. Put it away. Would I do that today? No. I would call someone to come fix it because it took a lot of time.
That's what a woman would do.
But don't you? But don't you have
not fixing the dryer?
But don't you have a know-how on how? That's like when you replace my shower head.
Yeah.
And you knew about the tape and all of that.
Yeah.
I don't know about that shit.
No, that I can do easy. That takes me 2 minutes. Anything that takes under 30 minutes, I'm down to still do. But anything that's over 30 minutes to an hour, I think an hour is my breaking point. I ain't doing it.
And you know what? Listen, I tend to get up trying to do that shit. There's a light in my closet, and the bulb went out, and I had to fix it. So I stood on some shit, and I took the screw out, and this thing is heavy, and I lost the balance. Man, that shit spliced my finger and hand open, blood dripping all out. It broke. That's why I don't do that shit.
See, I can do minor electrical shit too, but when you get shocked enough times, and don't kid yourself, and this is why electricians get paid the money they get paid. They get shocked too because you don't always know what the wire is.
Right.
You think you know, and then somebody
And they're professionals.
Yeah, and then somebody who wired it before them did something kind of like off, and then you get that shock, man. You don't want to touch those wires, so yeah, you pay for that. But here's the thing I was going to say about them. All I want from a woman. This is what I really want from a woman. Tell me, first of all, tell me whether you feel like you need a man. If you tell me I don't need a man, that's perfect. That's what I needed to know. Then I don't need you.
Ooh.
Honestly, if you don't need a man, I don't need you. Because I need a woman. So I need a woman that needs a man. The other thing is, tell me what you don't want to do. Tara does not want to cook.
Really?
She does not like cooking. She's not. I don't.
Is it that she can't?
I don't think she's good at it. She's made some
Horrible.
She's made some. But Tara will be the first one
to bring home the bacon.
No, she brings home. We order. We're doing pretty good right now. We'll order food. I like going to the grocery store. I like the food that I want in the house. There's things that I will do, and I will cook. I'll cook. I love if I have time and the prep and everything that I went to the grocery store and I have all the I need for it. Then I like cooking.
Listen, I think that there's something sexy about a man cooking for his woman. Sometimes,
yeah,
I'll do that. I particularly like grilling. I like barbecuing. I get the meat. I spice it up. I make the sauce. You know, but don't get it twisted. You know, that's every now and then.
Yeah,
I'm not. Come on, man. I like the fact that when my girl cook, she put on the apron and everything.
That's kind of nice. That is nice.
Yeah.
But I accepted that. That was part of the deal. We knew we were going to be eating out a lot.
Right.
That's fine. That's fair. So that's all I need. Just tell me.
So I'm gonna be honest. I made the joke about calling Mexicans, but really the Mexican is Ishmael. I get, listen, I slide him $200 to change a light bulb. One, because, this is my guy, so and he got kids, so the money's nothing. But I get to kick it with him for a minute. He do the shit that I won't do.
Well, that's because you have high ceilings and you have to have a big ass ladder, and he comes over and takes care of that.
I just don't want to fall off that.
Dude, I love doing some of that stuff. And you know what? I gotta tell you, there was this moment where I went over to Tara's parents' house. Actually, it's even better than that. Tara's parents were with us, and we went.
Mark, can you turn the air on?
Her uncle had a house that was on the beach, the Jersey Shore, and he had a up van, and and it was in the room that we were staying in. And I can't stand it because I know what's wrong with it. So I just said, I went to the uncle and I said, hey, man, you got a little bit of tools? He goes, no, I don't really have a toolbox. We have a guy. And I go, well, do you have this and this and this? He goes, yeah, I have that. It's over there. He goes, what do you want to do? I go, I'm just going to fix that fan for you real quick because it's fucked up. He goes, you know how to do that? And I go, yeah. And so then I go over there and I take it down. I rebalance it. I get everything fixed. Put it back up. Works perfect. And he goes, and like for the whole week, I was like, because he didn't know me. But I was like the man, I was at the house because I knew how to do the shit that another man didn't know how to do.
I would imagine that if you know how to do something like that, there does come a certain sense of satisfaction for yourself. Like, I know how to do that.
Yeah, but
I can fix that.
I'm going to tell you this. It never comes with you're standing on the ladder and you're fixing the fan. The other dudes are like watching because they're like impressed that you can do that. But there's never a girl that just comes up and pulls your zipper down and starts sucking your dick.
As she should.
Because you could fix the fan.
You know what I'm saying? As a man, we never get the comeuppance, hence the word come-uppance, that we should when we should. You know, again, the Buddha, Patrice, when he goes, you know why I love my dogs more than my girl? Because my dogs, how did he say it? Because my dogs need me, unlike my girl who acts like she don't.
That's it. That's it right there. You just want to be praised for the things that you do. We got to get out of here, but War Machine, you said you would watch it. You did watch it. You're going to tell people to watch it?
Yeah,
You said there's going to be a sequel.
It has a great ending. It has I wouldn't say a great ending like where you're like, oh my God, but it has a very touching ending. I recommend the movie. A lot of action, a lot of shit that happens in it for a reason that you're following the story, and they give you enough action to keep you into the story. The action's there. The story is not the biggest story, but it is at the end very revealing. I like the movie.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know that I would watch it again. I don't know if it's a second worth watch. But, just to, kill an hour and 45 minutes. And
you want some action? Yeah. It's a good action movie.
Yeah.
So that's what I have for that, man.
Europe, here we come.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I'm not going to give out dates. We're going to be in Europe. We're there for 2 weeks. You're listening to this. We have just gotten there a day before.
What's the first spot? Sweden, is it? Or
I don't know. Sweden.
It's Sweden?
That's our first day, and then we're heading across Europe, or partially across Europe. And then, like Ari said, we're going to be back in October to do another leg of the tour. So look for that on aryspears.com. I'll give out dates. We're going to be at the Novo when we get back. I don't know the exact date. But
actually, and you bring merch? I'm going to sell merch.
When?
For Nova.
Oh, for
I said
Nova.
I wasn't, but now I am.
You are?
Yeah.
So now I got to get merch out to you?
Please.
Fuck, man. Yeah. I'll get the merch out. I got to get your guy to give me the address.
Speaking of which, my T-shirts, aryspears.com, built 80s tough. I'm not going to bring home the bacon and fry it. I know life ain't fair, but why does it go out of its way to be cruel? And then take life with a grain of salt and then add tequila. Get those shirts, aryspears.com.
That's a show.
Spears and Steinberg.
Thanks for listening to the Spears and Steinberg podcast. For more information on where to find us on the internet, visit spearsburgpod.com.